welcome to Hot Ones, the show with hot questions and even hotter wings. And probably hotter poops and afterwards. Hot guests. That's a little weird. You're my father. But I guess that's where I get it from. Today we have my dad.
Hello.
David. I'm not going to say your last name.
Yeah.
And we are going to do the Hot Wings Challenge. A little bit different from the last time that we did this. I dunked the first 7 wings and then we just brushed the remaining ones because apparently it's dangerous to dunk the last 3. So hopefully we're not going to get too sick with this. Are you excited?
I'm really excited.
How's your heat tolerance?
I, on a scale of 0 to what?
10.
10? I'm 10.
Okay, we'll see. All right, before we take our first bite, I'm going to ask my first question.
Okay.
You were a bit of a troublemaker as a kid. Can you tell me one of your craziest stories from growing up?
I would say the time I was driving down the road with my friends and the hood of the car started opening up and he noticed the hood of his car was opening up, so I said I'll close it. And so I just crawled out the window while he was driving and crawled on top of the hood of the car, and I closed the hood. And then after I closed it, then I was working my way back into the car, and he thought it was hilarious. He was laughing. So as I got one leg into the car, he was watching where he was going, and so he was about to smash me into a car that was parked on the side of the road, and he noticed it real quick, so he jerked the wheel, and when he jerked the wheel, I had lost my grip, except I had one leg stuck in the window. And so I was being drugged by the car, and I was trying to get my leg out of the car, and so I finally got my leg out of the car, and then he stopped, and then got out to make sure I was okay, and I kind of did a quick assessment of myself, and everything seemed okay except my wrist was starting to get like stiff and hurt, and so I broke my wrist and had to go to the hospital, and then I had to make up a story because I couldn't tell my parents the truth about how I broke my wrist.
Why didn't you pull over before this happened, just to close the trunk lid?
That wouldn't have been as fun.
I'll keep that in mind for my future.
No.
All right, we are starting with the Georgia Peach and Vidalia Onion Hot Sauce.
Okay.
We're going closest to the handle first.
Okay.
I have my vegetarian wings and he has his actual little popcorn chickens.
So if I eat them all, then will you eat like one of the chicken ones?
No.
No.
Ready?
Can I just cut it like?
I mean, this is the easiest sauce.
Okay.
I think that would be kind of a sad move.
It smells good. That's good flavor.
All right, next question. At the beginning of your professional life, you were in many different jobs, including Bye Bye Bugs and TJ Maxx Security. What job would you say is the worst that you've had, and what is a notable experience from that job?
Worst job would have to be probably the pest control was pretty bad, especially in Miami. Some of the houses you'd go into, we would use this pyrethrins type of gas that would drive the insects out from where they were hiding. So you'd use this gas, and then all of a sudden, no kidding, some of these places were so bad that the wall would literally be covered, crawling with roaches, and then use this other spray to kill the roaches. Sometimes there were so many roaches that by the time I would come home, your mom would make me basically take all my clothes off on the outside of the house, because sometimes the roaches would, as they'd fall, they would crawl up your pants leg and stuff like that as well too. So you'd have dead roaches and up your pants leg and pockets and stuff like that. So
That's pretty bad.
yeah, that was bad.
Do you think that you're less scared of bugs as a result?
Yeah, I'm not scared of bugs.
Next one is Ghost Pepper and Blueberry. This is on the show. That's gonna be this guy right here.
Man, that's a big one. That one smells a little hotter. Is it ghost pepper?
Last time we had this, it didn't taste like anything, and this time it kind of tastes like something.
That's not bad though.
Really far than last time.
The first one had better flavor.
But still surviving?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely feel the heat. This is just number 2?
Yeah, well, I mean, last time, like I said, it didn't.
Woo! Okay. I'm really tempted to go for the
I mean, you can. It's just your manhood on the line.
But you have to go for it eventually.
Eventually. It is a milkshake. I'm very tempted. All right, you've moved all around the U.S. and you've even lived and spent extended time overseas for work. Where is your favorite place you've lived and where is your least favorite?
I've actually liked every place that I've lived. Every place kind of has its pros and cons. And
That's not a fun answer, though.
I know it's not, but I mean, so I would say, Turkey was fun because there's so much to see in Europe and so much to do in Europe. So I really enjoyed traveling through Europe, and so that was a lot of fun. In terms of just natural beauty, Alaska, living in Alaska was probably my favorite place for beauty. For exploration, though, it was Turkey, I'd say. Least favorite location. Least favorite, probably, I would say Tyndall. Living in Panama City. That was the least favorite, but it wasn't bad either. But just in terms of good, it was the least good because we were only there a year and a half. So, yeah.
Was there anything in particular that made it less good?
Your mom hated it.
That'll do it. All right, we're gonna move to number 3. This is a hot sauce that we use a lot in this house. It's hot sauce with chili habanero, El Yucateco. Maybe just take a bite.
This one's got ghost pepper in it too, doesn't it?
No, this is habanero.
No, I see. Well, that's not too bad.
You are a very masculine, Mr. Clean, Vin Diesel kind of man. But you have 2 daughters. What are some of the girliest things that you've done that your young self would be very surprised by?
Didn't I lose some bet and I had to dress up in a dress?
My graduation dress, yes.
Your graduation dress.
That was a good self-esteem day.
Yes.
She means for her.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean for me, when my dad put on I was at 8th grade graduation and my dad put on my dress. That was a good day.
You look much better than I did.
Thank you.
Anything you thought it was him, did you?
That one's growing a little bit in heat now.
You're out of practice, I think.
I think so. Yeah, that's.
Are you feeling sad?
My eyes watering.
Look a little melancholy.
That one, the heat sneaks up on you. Wow. Yeah, the bows in my hair. I'd say was another one where you guys used to put bows in when I had hair. That's why I don't have hair anymore. You put bows in it.
Well, the next one's a little dangerous because we haven't tried it yet. This is a local one. It's from Boulder, and it's Smoky Serrano. Okay, this one looks really dry.
We're ready?
Yep. It's a little piece.
You're eating the whole thing?
You think this one's hot?
Not yet, but the last one wasn't either. I'm still trying to recover from that one.
Okay.
That one wasn't bad.
No,
That one definitely
kind of gross.
should shift down.
Yeah. Long before Jim Halpert, you've been known to do some crazy pranks. What are some of your most notable pranks?
The first base I was stationed at, the optometrist worked in the same office that we worked in, and so whenever he was in with a patient, he always left his keys and stuff on his desk, and so I'd go grab his car keys and go move his car from where he parked it all the way around the building, and then I'd go put his car keys back. And then at lunchtime, we'd all be looking out the window as he would go to lunch, and he'd go out there where he parked his car, and his car wasn't there, and he'd be looking around like, where's my car? So then he'd come back into the building and say, hey, where's my car? Or I can't find my car. And so we'd say, yeah, it's on the other side of the building. So then he'd go to the other side of the building and find his car. And so we had him think he was kind of going crazy for a while because we would continuously kind of move his car on him. So that was a fun one to do.
Did you ever have any sort of like repercussions?
No.
No one's ever pranked you back?
Your mom pranked me one April Fool. We had just bought a new car because her car had broken down, and so we finally got another car, and so I'm working in this office, and next thing you know, a police officer comes in and says, hey, need to tell you, your wife's been in a car accident, and so I think she thought that I would be upset that this new car, that she had wrecked this new car or whatever, but I was like, what do you mean she's been in an accident? You know, and so then he said, but she was fine. She's not hurt. So then I go out, and then she's just in the hallway there waiting, you know, where they had kind of pranked me with that. And then once I had pranked, closed the first base, it had closed down during base closures, and the people that I worked with had worked with the Air Force Personnel Center to actually generate, and with the civilian or with a Consolidated Base Personnel Office to generate false orders to Turkey. And you guys were just you had just been born, and so you know, last thing we wanted at that point in time was to go to Turkey. And so they had generated these fake orders to Turkey, and then the person from my assignments person from Air Force Personnel Center calls me and says, "Hey, you know, you've been selected for this assignment to Turkey," so they kind of drug it out. I mean, they had official orders and everything for me there, and it was all a joke. And so that was a pretty good prank.
That's pretty crazy. They picked Turkey, and then you ended up going.
Exactly. Yeah. Then years later, that's where I ended up going.
Did you suspect it was a prank when you got told you were actually going?
Yeah, because I was home on convalescent leave after some sinus surgery, and then I get a phone call again from Air Force Personnel Center, and he said, "Hey, you know, I need to talk to you. I need to tell you, you know, you got an assignment to Turkey." And I'm thinking it's a joke again, but it wasn't a joke.
Jeez. Yeah. So our next one is number 5, and this is another one I haven't tried yet. But this one's Taste Domination Wing Sauce with Hatch peppers.
I like Hatch.
Yeah, this one shouldn't be bad.
I'm so confident in this one.
You made your whole tiny chicken.
That's good flavor.
Yeah, it's not bad. Our next segment is called Explain That Graham. And so I'm going to show you some pictures, and you've got to tell me kind of what was going on in the background of these pictures.
Alex is looking like he's enjoying this way too much.
Yeah. He did this pretty recently.
I know what it is. That was our Christmas cookie fail. Every year we have a baking contest, the guys against the girls at Christmas, for using what's in the kitchen, but I don't know what's in those cups.
Same.
We sucked. We really sucked. You guys beat us every year, but that was good.
Did you have any sort of special additions on any of the cookies?
Was that the one Alex made? The specialty sauce?
It was brown sugar and wine.
On Christmas cookies. Our next picture is this one.
Oh, that's a good one. That was before we went to Disneyland in Los Angeles, and I was sporting those Mickey ears.
What would you call that pose?
That is my princess pose.
Can you recreate that pose? Beautiful. This one.
Yeah, that was our Alex and my kind of man venture. We did some boogie boarding, and then we did like I don't know, how long was that? Was it 20 miles? 20-mile bike ride or something like that? From
Too long.
from like Manhattan Beach past Venice, and then back again. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
You look like you're doing pretty good. How does Alex look?
Alex had seen better
One
days.
foot in the grave.
He looks a little bit like Jack Nicholson there.
This is another one from the show. Zombie Apocalypse.
I'm finding that the ones from the show are the real deal. Definitely the real deal.
Yeah, I remember.
It's not a punch you in the face type of hot. It's definitely building now,
Yeah.
on my tongue specifically.
Yeah.
It's like it's engulfing my tongue.
It heard you say it wasn't very intense.
Yeah, I lied. It's definitely building. Wow.
Does that help? What's that technique called? Is that the grackle?
What's the Hannibal Lecter Silence of the Lambs?
That's terrible. Oh. I'm trying to hold on before you do. But I know that's probably that's a bad idea, because I know you have willpower much greater than mine.
So you've hiked through the Redwood Forest, you've ziplined in Whistler, you've gone parasailing in the Keys, and you're showing no signs of slowing down.
No.
What is something you haven't done yet that you'd still like to do?
I haven't seen the Grand Canyon, believe it or not. I want to see the Grand Canyon. That's gonna be Man Venture 2. It's gonna be a trip to the Grand Canyon.
You want to hike
with
it or
Alex
just
and
see it?
Thomas. No, we're gonna hike it.
Are you gonna walk on the glass thing?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. My lips are burning really bad.
Tingling is a better word.
No, it's
It's a
burning.
nicer word.
No, it's burning.
Our next one is also on the show. I think from here on out, they're all on the show.
This is a bad idea.
Just wait until later. We'll see if you want to film it. You can, feel free. This one's Endorphin Rush.
Wait, do we have to? Can we get a little bit of time in between?
I mean, you can.
No, wait. Oh, why do you do that?
I don't know that
Did you just
smelling's
take
a
a
good
bite?
idea.
You didn't do the
Can
whole
we
thing.
do another
No. That's right. That's good flavor. That's really good flavor. Easy.
Uh-huh.
Good flavor. Okay, it's sneaking up. Does it count if you just kind of...
Oh, that's gross.
Oh.
That's gonna be real gross. So you've been happily married for a very long time. How many years?
I'm 35 this year.
Good, you almost failed there.
Yeah, I know. That's good.
What would you say is the secret to a great marriage, or a secret of a great marriage?
Woo! A great wife.
Oh,
Does that count? Is that good? Never stop trying, because in every relationship, you're going to have ups and downs. And I think it's important that when you're in a down, that you realize that you're in the down, and that you both agree that this sucks, and why stay in the down. And so you work to do whatever you need to do to get in the up. And then you realize things that cause you to be in the down, and you avoid doing those things that cause you to be in the down. And you find those things that keep you in the up, and you do those things that keep you in the up more often. And that helps. Never giving up, communication, being open with communication, recognizing your own flaws and trying to work on those flaws. Not trying to change the other person, but trying to change yourself. Those are some.
very good. I was kind of hoping your answer would be longer because our next one is.
Wait, I'm not done. I just
getting
needed to
started.
blow my nose. Is that gross?
You can blow your nose. Now it's time for.
No, do we have to yet?
We do.
Just one more second. I just want to stop being tortured for 1 second. This is mine?
Yep.
This is the one that everyone on that show is like, and you're dreading it, and if you're dreading it, oh, you took a tiny bite on that one, huh? There's a reason for that.
Oh, hello, Coco.
That's big.
Yeah, look how big my chickens are.
Oh, you I wonder if it's true that like you can overcome like pain through just like mind over matter.
We'll see.
So how do I do it? What do you think? Do I just like?
Just eat the whole thing.
No, I don't think I'm gonna try that. And if I pretend in my mind that this is a shaved ice, it's not a hot piece of chicken that's going to burn my whole insides and make me throw up later. Instead, this is shaved ice blueberry. It's a hot day in San Antonio, Texas, and we just went into Bahama Bucks and ordered this giant shaved ice, and just started eating the ice. That blue, cold, shaved ice. Cold. Shaved ice. Oh, that's... Right now the taste snuck up on you. The bad taste.
It's just shaved ice.
Just blue
Lingering
raspberry.
in my nose. The other ones didn't linger in my nose.
How's that blueberry shaved ice treating you?
The pain is great.
Now imagine we had that dunked last time.
You win that.
Okay, I want mine now.
I knew you were just waiting for me.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Ah. Oh my gosh. Ah. Ah. I gotta take one little. Hang on. Ah.
You making some shaved ice, David?
Wow, that's bad.
I can feel where my tongue is blisters all over my mouth.
You've been known to go a little hog wild in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and you create your own concoctions. What are some of your favorite recipes that you have created or revamped?
I like my mariquitas, my version of ropa vieja, my version of vaca frita, my Cuban sandwiches. I like my
Habanero one.
chicken picante. I like my pomegranate short ribs. I like my brisket, Texas brisket. I like my steaks and burgers.
I like my Allisons. I like my mom. I like my sisters.
I like. I just want to. If you keep talking, it hurts less. Anything else? Oh, I'll keep thinking. I need. There's like the.
So this one used to be the hottest one on the show. Mad Dog 357.
I'm almost ready. No, 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 no. Be patient. I want to teach you patience, man. Okay.
I'm going to change that too.
Oh, thanks.
I forgot.
Oh, I touched it. Oh my gosh.
He's gonna puke.
That is nasty.
So a little known fact about you.
Mm.
You're a songwriter. Can you sing us some excerpts from some of your original songs?
If you want to leave a message but you're just not sure, wait for the beep. That's the only cure.
You heard of Romeo and Juliet, the boss, no doubt, but just because they're not here, there's no need to shout. You know I'll call you back just as soon as I can, but at this moment I'm in Japan. You know I'll call you back, now that's no doubt, but at this moment I'm on a walkabout, so tie me kangaroo down, sport, tie me kangaroo down. What about that one? Pee-pee like a big boy standing up, gonna pee-pee like a big boy, pee-pee like a big boy, pee-pee like a big boy standing up. O.M. Cough up that lip. Take some NyQuil and you'll feel better. All right, thank goodness. That's the only thing that gives me hope is this one more. We're going to do a dab too?
This one's called The Last Dab because it's tradition to put a little extra on the last wing. Don't have to if you don't want to.
Look at that. No, don't put that whole thing on yours. That's dangerous. Oh, that's too much, isn't it?
No.
Ooh. Ooh. Mm. Oh.
You've served as a leader in the Air Force for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
You've led your family in faith. You've excelled as a husband and a father. You've lived 57 years with passion. What are 3 life takeaways you would like to share with your children?
No regrets. Live each day to its fullest. Always remember what's important in life. And it's not things, it's not possessions, it's not money. It's relationships, it's family, it's experiencing things together, being there for each other. Yeah.
You made it all the way. This camera.
This camera.
Say congratulations to yourself.
Congratulations.
Tell me how you felt.
I would definitely say this was the worst,
Yeah.
the bomb. But this was bad. The ones that lingered up on you and caught you after a minute, that's, yeah.
Peace out, peaches. Mwah.
Bye.